If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 8% using promo code Inception at checkout. Okay, guys, so we're going to briefly look through the FUT birthday striker glow-ups because, to be honest, with the way that this one is laid out, honestly, it's more like sentimental for this one that gets like nice boosts, turns them into 5-star cards, that sort of deal, right? Like, I think even if I were to go sentimental like myself, there actually might be some options that I'd be able to work with, right? So let's just take a look and see just right off the bat, like what it would be, right? So it would be well, there's this one too, right? But the FUT birthday striker glow up, right? And then you go into, like, there's gonna be some chain evils if you still have them, right? But let's say if I were to go to Santa Clara, for instance, right? Just as an example, they have nothing. So yeah, GG's for sentimental value. Let's see if there's one for like a FC Porto or something. Let's see. Yeah, so this is like what it's for, to be honest, right? So let's say you're an FC Porto fan, right? And you want to work with a card that has a finesse shot plus, advanced forward plus, and you want a usable version of this card earlier. This is what you would do, right? Because I think for the most part, most of these cards are formatted for the engine chemistry style by the looks of it, right? Because your pace will be in a decent area. Your finishing will be in the mid-90s area with better dribbling because you're only working with a lower reaction and composure. And then your passing's in a decent spot. Loader's case still has decent play styles to work with. The Trickster Plus is, I'm not going to say it's useless, but it's not like I could do with a regular one. You know what I'm saying? Like another playstyle plus would definitely be way more preferable for how the game generally plays out. But hey, sometimes you could score some pretty saucy opportunities if that's something that you want to do, right? But there are some trending cards that people are checking out because, you know how I just checked out an FC Porto player. Like, some people are going to check out a player like this, right? From Spurs, young talent, from Step Inside evolution into a FUT birthday striker glow up. It turns him into a 5-star player from Spurs, right? So, again, very good example of what I'm talking about, because with a card like this, you just turn him into like a usable card, right? So now I can give him an engine, work with mid-90s for pace, dribbling is in the 90s, he just has low reaction to composure, but at least his finishing is at a 92, his shot power is at a 90 with a 5-star capability. On top of all that, if you feel like you don't really care about working with a dribbling as a card that you are using for fun for your squads, then you just give him a hunter, right? You give him the pace boost, you give him the shooting boost, 5-star capabilities with a finesse shot would definitely be really nice. You would just have to be mindful of the dribbling because he is a 6-foot tall player. So for stuff like that, you could potentially notice that in game, right? There's this guy, Schade, who plays for Brentford. I think there's two players that play for Brentford that actually gets one. It's one for Fabio Carvalho and one for Schade. But with Schade, which I'm probably not pronouncing his name correctly at all. Schade, no idea. But plays for Brentford. 5-star capabilities on the card. Left wing position change, right? So he has the inside forward plus. He has the advanced forward plus. And the thing is that with this card, and the reason why he's trending is because you can give him an engine, but the thing is that his base card stats for shooting is already in a very good area, right? 97 finishing with a 97 for shot power is actually fantastic to work with, right? For a card like this who still has good pace, still has good dribbling, 5-star capabilities with 97 for finishing and shot power, it's nice, right? Like, the usability is there. You give him two roles that would be incredibly helpful to work with. Even the false 9, if that's something that you like to do as well, even that would be perfectly fine to have in the team as well, right? Jesse Lingard, for anybody that wants to do some sort of like pass and presence Manchester United squad, you can now get a Jesse Lingard that has cam and striker position changes. In the cam position, he only has the playmaker, which for some people might be perfectly fine. He definitely looks like someone that is formatted for the hunter, and then you would just work with the dribbling as is. Now, in his case, he does have a first touch, so that could be pretty helpful. Finesse, while being 5-star is always going to be something that people are going to be interested in regardless. because he has very good pace. If you want to use him in the striker position, you can with the advanced forward. Really good shooting stats, like really, really good. Shooting stats are incredibly high on this card. Has good passing capabilities while working with a tiki-taka as well, which could be very helpful as well. So yeah, a well-formatted card for an evolution if you're kind of building a concept around the United players, right? Fabio Carvalho is another one here. So he gets one from a chain evo with the in on goal into FUT birthday striker glow up. So you'd be paying 40 something odd K for this card. In his case, again, very similar situation to Lingard, but at the same time not. Again, a card you can potentially give an engine to and then just use him as a cam. If you use him as a striker, I think you would still have to maybe increase the pace a little bit more. I mean, he does have a rapid, so the rapid could be a little bit helpful to kind of compensate, but finesse shot, trickster, chip shot, power shot, technical rapid, no passing play styles, eh? It's a little weird. Little weird, but again, usable for the striker position and advanced forward. I think for a card like this, you'd probably have to use him as a 2-striker formation, but who knows? Maybe in game, he's just like a very agile player. Like, he has very good dribbling stats in the mid-90s, high 90s area, so that's pretty helpful, right? The sprint speed is on the lower side, but your finishing is at a 98. So it doesn't make me feel like, oh, you know, I have to give him like a hawk. Because I feel like with a card like this, he would benefit off of like being able to dribble a little bit better, I would say, right? But again, it's to increase the usability of a card like that. Esposito, striker card. Yeah, this is going to be the common occurrence with like most of these cards because I think they format their dribbling very similarly. So just be mindful, right? If you're looking at these cards and you're seeing the dribbling stats, right? Like, so for instance, Divock Origi has these dribbling stats, but then like obviously for this card, 100% needs like an engine, to be honest. With the advanced forward plus, playing at AC Milan, 5-star capabilities. Who knows? Maybe he's like an Okafor 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, Okafor had a card last year or 2 years ago that was actually like quite decent as like I think it was like a Future Stars Evo, right? That card wasn't too bad to work with. So, I mean, Divock could be an interesting one, right? But like I said, with this evolution, it is mainly sentimental with some cards that could be pretty cool to work with meta-wise, right? Like, that's the key thing for this one. Like, here's another example, right? So a Manchester United player, if you are building a Manchester United team, this guy is probably never going to get, he's probably never going to get an actual card, to be honest, right? And with this card, you have the capabilities of being able to have a card that could potentially perform decently, right? Also, like I said, for most of these cards, they all look like they're formatted for the engine. Roles wise, he still has the advanced forward striker position. So that's pretty good. Playstyles has a finesse shot, so increases usability. Trickster, whatever. It's mainly for like the fake shot, to be honest. He does have the first touch, the rapid, the technical, the chip shot, the power shot. So again, usability increases quite a bit on that one too. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for most of the cards, right? Like Sissing, I think by default is already like a 5-star player that could be really good as well. 91 for base finishing. You can give him an engine. Cam, he actually has Shadow Striker, which, to be honest, kind of adds to it a little bit, because honestly, if I were to play like a 4-2-3-1 narrow, I would use this card in the side positions of that 4-2-3-1 narrow and then have that Shadow Striker on him, right? So probably give him like a Hunter, increase the pace to be as high as possible while working with at least a Rapid. And then on a Hunter, you know, you get that pace, you get that shooting boost with some pretty decent passing capabilities and whatnot too. So yeah, Sisinga has like a lot of evolutions that people have been taking a look at for the most part. Yildiz as an evolution, probably already better than the SBC, potentially. I unlocked the SBC, just never did his review, but this card, 5-star capabilities. A little bit oddly formatted. He kind of looks like a card you got to give a marksman to, because that's reactions and composure is quite low, right? You would just work with the pace as it is, but a little bit more sus on that one. But yeah, I mean, there's, like I said, there's not really much to talk about with this one. I think it is mainly going to be sentimental. Like, if you have some young talents from your team, like in my case, oh, look, there you go. This is a pretty good example, right? So Fabio Silva, Fabio Silva, if he didn't get injured, actually probably would have potentially gone like a team of the season honorable mentions at least, because this guy was actually doing really well before the injury. I don't know if he got back from injury, but Fabio Silva would be a very good example of what I'm talking about, right? So look at the usability of this card and how much it increases. So you just give him an engine chemistry style. If I'm building a Portuguese team, especially for a card that is a former FC Porto B team player, you give him an engine. He still has a 96 for finishing, has both the inside forward plus plus and the advanced forward plus plus, while being 5-star with a finesse shot plus. So again, they don't have like too many play styles in some of these cards, but again, it increases the usability of it. So the way I'm speaking right now is going to be like a common occurrence for most of these cards, right? Like Liverpool fans could be doing the dance card, right? To actually, you know, have a card that feels more usable in that area too, probably with an engine as well, even though the reactions is low, the usability is increased as well, right? So you get the decent pace, dribbling stats are there, passing stats are there. The main thing that you have to look for is being able to format the card with good pace while giving a dribbling boost, but still having good base card stats for finishing, because most of these cards, if you take a look at them on like a Hawk or a Hunter, you don't want to keep this part of the card low at this point in the game, right? So that's why I keep saying that, you know, providing an engine is very ideal for a lot of these cards, right? To make them feel nice in the game at the very least. But yeah, there'll be a ton of options here. There won't be like a clear and obvious meta choice, because to be honest with you guys, there's a lot of sentimental going on for this one. Like, this is mainly a sentimental one, to be honest. Like, if it was me, it'd be FC Porto players, Santa Clara players, but there's no Santa Clara, or Portuguese, right? Like Fabio Silva would be the option to work with there. And then I think on Futbin, this is not even trending as an evolution type, because this is really based off of sentimental value. Let me see here. Yeah, so Schade is trending for obvious. Like, he definitely looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, they formatted him nice for the engine. Like, I think most obvious, I would say. Lingard, Cecigna, even Duran. Is this Duran card? Yeah, so Silver Duran, you can actually get him as a usable card too, with an Aston Villa link on him. Base card stats for shot power is at 99. That's actually pretty nuts, because he's like more of a physical type, right? Lengthy on a sniper. Again, usability increases on an engine. It's a very similar occurrence with these guys. Finesse shot with a trickster plus 5-star capabilities, left-footed as well. So if you're building like an Aston Villa team and you still have, if you somehow still have this card who went up in price, you can kind of go down that direction too. But yeah, gonna be interesting. Like, even Hudlin's trending right here, but he has like 99 dribbling ones that you should obviously be looking into. Esposito gets one. He's probably well formatted for him to be trending. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the usability is there too. Minte's trending for something else, but yeah, it's pretty much it. There's, like I said, this one will have different options. There's not going to be like a clear and obvious, because it's very sentimental for the most part. Like, you can really improve a lot of cards to just feel significantly better in game. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Just a quick one, because it's not really like a meta one. It's more so go with sentimental for this one, you know. But yeah, I'll see you guys for the next videos. I should have some more reviews today, guys. I have a couple that I haven't edited yet, so we'll be putting those out soon. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.